Hello. Hello. It's me. Hello. Oh, Lord. These lights, honey. Lights, camera, and action. Let's see how many people we can get in the live tonight. Honey, I'm not going to be here long. I was out in these streets. And now I'm tired. Hello, hello, hello. What in the hell day is it? Let me see. Let me see. We are on day 7 of the live stream. Day 7. Day 7. Glasses I'm gonna wear because it's light. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, these. Day 7. Hello, it's me. Hello. I need somebody coming here from the sector, from the street sector. Because I want to know what happened to Mucus, honey. I heard Mucus is in jail. I heard Mucus is in jail, honey. Who knows the business? I need somebody in here from the street sector. I want to know why Mucus got arrested. I'm thinking he got arrested for solicitation of a prostitute. Y'all, why Mucus get arrested? You know I want to know the tea. You know I want to know the tea, honey. And I don't feel like going to look up nobody's arrest records. I'm nosy, but I ain't that nosy. And I know somebody going to be way nosier than me. And I'm going to need y'all. Well, they probably didn't file the record yet. Y'all think they filed the records yet? Y'all, we need to know why Mucus from the street sector, Atlanta Street Interviews, content creator, also known as the homeless humper, and also known as Mucus. Why did he get arrested? What is the tea, honey? I need somebody to tell me the tea. And did they hold him overnight? I want him to be held overnight. I want him to be held all weekend. Like, I hope ain't no judge there to let his ass out. If he got arrested on Friday tonight, when did he get arrested, y'all? Is it a yogurt in there? Yeah, give it to me. Yeah, I'll take it. My blood sugar is low. I need a spoonie. I need a spoonie.
Anyway.
I'm alive. Don't start no conversation.
Oh, so you can talk to me.
Yeah, because I know what to say. You gonna start yapping. This is cold as shit. Oh. Yeah, this is my new favorite yogurts. And I don't even like yogurt. Now, I know it probably is not that healthy because it got almond and cocoa loco in it, but I usually get the plain ones. I just was trying this one. But I'm going to try to come up with a song for this because, oh, shit. I'm going to come up with a song for this. I don't even really know how to say it. Chobana? Is it Chobana?
Chobani.
Chobani. Chobani yogurt. It's so good. You can have it in every neighborhood. Bow! Oh, y'all, send that over to Biani. Hi, Melody. Hello. Girl, I've been going live for 7 days straight. This is my 7th live. I'm doing a 30-day live challenge. Y'all, what's the song I just saw? Chobani, it's your favorite yogurt if you like the flavor. I'm about to I'm about to be rich. No, because it got the tune of
No, it don't.
the girl that did the vitamin cocoa, the cocoa Vita Coco. I can't use that same tune because she did Vita Coco. If you drink it, you something like that. So I gotta change that. Chobana. No, it still sounds like hers. Anyway, y'all, this is Chobana. I'm gonna have it because I really shouldn't even be eating this late. I don't think it's Chobani. Is it Chobani?
Ain't the I on the end?
Anywho, y'all, Marcus, if you're from the street sector, please fill me in on the scoop. I heard that Marcus, the homeless humper, got locked up. Now we know he don't been in trouble because his license was suspended allegedly. Then he was in trouble because he was driving without no registration in his van, and then the people saying that the van, not a van. Oh Lord, he is kind of like that. But then the people said he was in the wait a minute, what the people say? That he tore his Jeep up because he was drunk as a skunk and high as Cooter Brown. Driving dirty. Yeah, Melanie, but what happened, girl? Why he get locked up? Why he get locked up? You know the people gonna know by Monday because the court. And then, guys, this is cocoa and almonds, which is my favorite one of these flips. And then look what you do. Ow! Flip it in there like that. Flip it in there. I didn't really have that much food to eat today. And I don't want to go to sleep hungry. This really does need some, but I ran out of the oats. I gotta get some tomorrow. But anyway, street sector, hello, where are you? I want to know what happened to Mucus. Why did he get locked up? And is he still locked up? Because I hope he is. I hope he stays there all weekend. I got to. I hope they keep his little ass in there all weekend. I want him to stay in there for a month for each of the women that he slept with, that he intended to do a video on. Nah, Diddy in Jersey. He in Atlanta. Diddy over here. Yep, Diddy over here. Y'all know Diddy gonna be getting out soon. He'll probably get out in the summer. He already got a girlfriend. She probably been messing with him for years, but you know. You know when they get locked up, they always need one strong relationship to hold them down while they locked up. Maybe the best boyfriend when they locked up. Don't they, y'all? You know where they at. They don't talk crazy. They probably not really like cheating unless they cheating with a CL, because all that booty play don't really be happening like that. I mean, it do, but, you know. It ain't crazy. So, I don't know. If somebody try to take Marcus' booty, then so be it. Make America oxtails affordable again. Okay. Got me over here eating neck bones and putting the seasoning of the oxtails on the neck bone to make me feel like I'm eating oxtails and I ain't eating nothing but bones. It's disgusting. I'd rather just go to my local Jamaican spot, which that's what I do, and get me an oxtail platter. I mean, they $25, but it's worth it. By the time she give me my oxtails, my rice and peas, my cabbage, and my 2 plantains on top, it's $25. Versus going to the store and buying some oxtail, I'm not doing it. Mm-mm. 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 I did have some oxtails like 2 weeks ago, though. Because my cousin gave my mom a pack. Mm-mm, mm-mm. 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 Anyway, yo, anybody here from the street sector, I need to know if Marcus is still locked up. And what was his charges, honey? And is he in Gwinnett County? Because if he's in Gwinnett County, then he's in the county with another person we know from social media. I don't know if that's the same county. It seems like every time somebody get locked up, they in Gwinnett County, though. They're in Gwinnett County Jail. And I don't know if that jail covers Atlanta. I think it does. He got out. Kathy Marcus is out. Damn it. Damn it, man. I wanted him to stay there all weekend, shit. At least a Monday. Dirty ass. Oh well. Y'all try this. Greek yogurt. And I ain't no yogurt fan, but I almost forgot y'all was here. I was so into this. Damn. Anybody up in here from the street sector, what in the hell happened to Marcus, child? Oh, wait. Ooh. He got a failure to appear. Arrogant lady cop got him for a failure to signal. I love it. So he already had a traffic violation. And then when she pulled him over at the light or whatever, did he explain this? Because I heard he was coming on to explain what had happened. Did he explain it? He is so trifling. So he already had an outstanding ticket or something like that, and he didn't go. Mm. Why didn't he explain it on his own damn channel? His goofy ass. He put everything else over there. If somebody got the footage that he put on Patreon, please send it to me. I ain't gonna play it. I just want to see it. Hi, Miss W. I ain't gonna play it. I just want to see it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He only had on a pair of socks. And he was hunching on a interviewee, a homeless woman, allegedly. That man is disgusting. He don't have no pause. I hope they tow his van. Why I keep saying a van? I know he got a new truck or something. I know. Because that content creator, Tracy, said she was traumatized after she watched it. Traumatized. What part of his brain? Well, I know what part of the brain. The undeveloped part of the brain. But what made him think, you know what? I'm going to interview homeless women and men. And then I'm going to ask them if they would mind coming back to my apartment for $10 and doing some things. From production or any updates. I called his lawyer, Red, 2 days ago. And and he didn't get back to me. So, no. I only want to know, like, when is the trial? Has it been set up? But I have another contact at the Superior Court. So I'm going to reach out to that person through email. And then I'm going to ask, her, it's a lady, if she knows. Thanks for answering. Lips been on my mind, not trying to get. It's okay. I don't really have a subject tonight. I know. I was thinking about lips not too long ago, too. And it's just one of them things that you wish just would have never happened. I mean, we have so many things like that even in our own personal lives where we wish things didn't happen and, look back on situations like, how did it get to this? And even for production, none of us can, what he has experienced as a result of that night, life changing for him. The what ifs, like what if you wouldn't, like whatever, like because the controversy, like what happened that night, we only know, but it happened between them, and I don't believe there was any other witnesses there. So it'll be interesting what's going to happen in the court hearing. But if they go to court, because they always want a plea bargain, it's just easier. That court is so overwhelmed in Gwinnett County. So, like, even his attorney, when I spoke to him to get a statement from him, he was just like, ma'am, I got so many cases similar to this case. As devastating as that case is. But he's like, I got so many cases. And so a lot of people are still lifting production up in prayer. You have your people who say, like, F him, who cares? As a result of what happened, he unalived Lips, and F him, let him rot in prison. You have your people who feel that way. And then you have people like me and probably you who feel like, oh, you're torn. Like, you're torn. You're torn. I'm still in disbelief and knock the wind out of me. Yes, I'm sure the caseload is heavy. Oh, it's heavy over there. Out there, Karma 2026. Ha! Okay. I still pray for his daughter. I pray for her, yeah. I pray for her too. The whole family. Because like his sister, Lip's sister, they had love for production. They loved him. That was Lip's husband. So even for them, I mean, understanding what happened, but still they had love for him and cared about him. And worried about him. And even for the daughter, Real Lips and production had her for most of her life. Like, it seemed to me, it appeared that they had custody. And so now that from what we understand, she's back with her birth mom. And what is that situation? Because that birth mom wasn't really raising her. And it doesn't sound like she was like a part of her life consistently. From the little bit that like production and Lips shared about that situation. This is such it is tragic. April, and when is it? April 16th or something? April 16th, I think, is going to be the year. It's only been a year. It's really only been a year that everything happened. I remember when it hit over in TikTok first. Like TikTok creator, somebody from the area. I don't know how it got out, but it started over there. And that's when they were like, Lips passed away. And I think a lot of people assumed that he died of heart failure because he had a heart attack, and all of that. And so then he had like something else, like neurological. Remember, he couldn't speak well. So when they said he died, I was just like, oh, damn. He had a heart attack or he died in such like that. But then people were saying, nah, he was unalived by his husband. And I'm like, what? Taking good care of, a year. I woke up from sleeping and that's the first thing I seen. Yes. I was like, that's a lie. Like, when I first heard that, I was like, so why are they lying? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And then that's when everybody had the police report. They first started, like, the police report came out, and then he was arrested that night of the incident, and production was processed about 1 o'clock in the morning. So then it was real. It was true. It was true. And then I was the first one that showed his mugshot. I'm just saying. Anyway, so then I secured the mugshot and posted the mugshot Because still people were not, because they had started making AI mugshots. They had started posting AI mugshots, but then I got the real mugshot from my connect over there. And but I'm gonna find out when the court date is. But anywho, that's that. Have I spoke to production? I only speak to him through email. Obviously, we don't talk about the case, anything like that. Um, and I talked to him around the holiday. I've reached out to him because several people have reached out to me for the information on how to reach out to him. So if they ask me, I'll reach out to him and I'll say, can I give so and so your information? He or she would like to reach out to you. He'll tell me yes. Usually he says yes. And then I'll let them know how they can reach out to him. But it's easy. It's public information. You know, if you know where he's at, it's easy to reach out to him. They just go to show we never really know what happens off camera. Absolutely. And yes, you had great coverage of the situation. I stayed tuned in. Thanks for the update. You're welcome. So that's about it with production, but I don't know why Marcus' little ass got locked up. Basically. But as far as I'm concerned with the street interview stuff, I know there's a content creator. She's diving deep and going back into the history and all that. And I do that when I'm in the mood and when I feel like it. To talk about Mucus and his dirty ass. But it was a lot. The Mucus stuff was a lot. For like 2 years, like putting pieces together on what this man has been up to. Oh, y'all. Talking about inappropriate. Do y'all know Zoe? Do y'all know Zoe? Messy Monday. Zoe from Messy Monday. Baby. Oh. Mo from Messy Monday is on some shit. Marcus said it was a traffic related. He had an FTA for the first traffic incident. So this time he got stopped for not signaling and was taken in. They should have dragged him. They should have dragged him in. He should have did like this, like a resist, and then they'd have bow, 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 bow. Because you know what? Marcus be zipping around Peach Street like he owned the shit. Just, oh shit, was that Bobby over there? Oh, I need to go see Bobby. Oh, was that Kathy? And he just flipping and just driving any old kind of way, parking on the sidewalk, doing interviews, hanging out his Jeep, just doing the most Negro. Like, what are you doing? You don't own the street, dirty. Anyway, I'm glad they arrested him. They should have kept him all weekend. Damn it, man. Quita said in her jail phone call that's why she was so nervous when she rode with him because he drove too fast and negligent. Remember when he was on live, y'all, last year or 2 years ago, and he had all them little girls in the car, and I say little girls because they was little girls, maybe teenagers, but he had them in the car with him, driving all reckless, hanging out the car, just acting real dumb. And the police pulled him over like, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's reckless. He is so reckless. But anyway, y'all, I've been following this story about, hi, Adriana. I've been following this story about Zoe. Messy Monday Zoe. Y'all know Zoe. He been on social media. His channel got like 1 million followers. Well, honey, they dragging him through the mud because they say he been on the phone with little boys. He's gay. He's openly gay. But you could be gay all day, but what you're not going to do is try to have something going on with a kid. Dirty. And so they got all the emails, text messages, just talking to like 14 and 15-year-olds. Like, come on. Child, when they brain is on that, it ain't nothing you can do about it but put them in jail and throw away the key. The dude really think he's above the law, even when he parks. He parks in no. Are we back on mucus? He parks in no parking zone. He do what he want. How do we know this? Because he's on live, and we watch him do it. Well, I used to back when I could tolerate looking at his face or hearing his voice. Zoe, oh my OMG, that was horrible seeing him talking to those young boys. Zoe, come on now, man. You about to lose everything over that. But when your mindset is like that, it's like it looks like somebody just doing something really like idiotic, like it's stupid. Like you're literally talking to teenagers in a sexual way, yo. Like, no, he's on YouTube. Zoe, where's my phone? Where my burner phone at, y'all? That'd be wrong to call my husband way downstairs just so he can give it to me. Hold on. Okay. I can reach this. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all Zoe. You gonna know him when I show him to you. But I guess he ain't do enough to, have criminal charges or anything like that. I don't think he met up with any of the kids. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Hopefully, if he did meet up with a kid, I hope the kid will come clean about it and expose his ass, because he ain't safe to be on the street. If you got a tankering and an anchoring for little kids, then it's Zoe, goddamn Zoe. Yes, that's his channel. Yeah, I'm gonna call you back. He has himself in the picture-in-picture screen at the top, and then he'll do a stitch with somebody. I'm gonna call you back. Messy Mondays. He does celebrity gossip, but his channel, he's got one of the bigger channels. But Zoe is also, he gets depressed a lot because, and he said this, being gay and not really knowing what he won. And I remember one time he even said that he wished he didn't have a penis, like some old crazy shit. He used to say that all the time. I wish I could just chop it off. Well, chop it off then. Chop it off. But what you're not going to do is be calling these kids. That's what you're not going to do. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Where is Zoe? He has stopped recording for a while because people was on his ass. Yes, he got 2.5 subs, his channel, and he's big on all platforms. I mean, he started from the bottom. Now he's here, honey. Bought himself a beautiful house, nice cars, but he's very miserable. He really is. And I only know that because he told us that. And, this is Zoe. And then sometimes he will come out and say, like, I'm depressed. I'm going through it. Hold on, y'all. Let me.
That 2018 live stream video got published. So there was a broadcaster who was on there, and he was a big supporter of mine. I'm not going to say people's names. So I don't want anybody to go and say anything to them. This is not to bash anybody. This is just to get everybody a clear understanding how all this
Thumbnail.
and how we are here right now discussing all this. So he was a supporter of mine, loved me. You know what I'm saying? And he was funny. He made crazy content. And so there was a TikTok couple that is in their 20s. I think one's 23 and one's 21 or whatever. We're going to call one F. We're going to call one D. Because I don't want anybody
Thumbnail.
that I'm trying to attack you, blame you, or anything else. I just want to speak for myself and speak my truth because I've sat here long enough and allowed
All right, Zoe.
people to just.
All right, he's trying to backpedal out of that. Let me say this: you need to go into. Let me tell you what I'm gonna tell Zoe. Like he do people on Messy Monday. You need to immediately. You need to immediately go into therapy and figure yourself out. What is your attraction to young kids? You know, why is that your why you need friendships from young boys like that? And was it sexually intended, or are you immature? And those are the people that you connect with because your mindset is so young. I don't know. That's for his therapist to figure out. I'd rather him to go sit with a therapist than sit with a lawyer. Because if he continues to do what he's been doing, that is where he's going to go. He's going to be in front of a lawyer in Gwinnett County. Because I think he live in Atlanta also. Oh, y'all. Did y'all see? I just posted a video. Why is Zoe so miserable? From what I don't watch him regularly, but when I have watched him, I've caught a couple of his videos where he has said that he can't find a relationship. He's not confused about his sexuality, but in a way he is, because he doesn't identify as a female, but he hasn't had intercourse with a man or a woman. And he's confused about that. And he said, that he wishes that he didn't have what he was born with. But he doesn't identify as a female. I'm telling you, he's confused. He's very confused. In the car with you. Yes. Yes. What's my diagnosis for Zoe? Now, I don't want to give him sexual deviant, but I will if I have to. We're going to say right now, we're going to give him major depression. We're going to give him depression, and we're going to give him, am I making this up? Gender identity disorder. I think I just made that up. But I'm going to give him gender identity disorder because he ain't quite sure where he fits in the world. Like, do you want a man or do you now you want a child? You can't have a child, not in this country. You cannot have a child. Now I know some of these folks like to go on over to these foreign countries and get themselves a lady boy. We ain't doing that over here. So he don't know what he want, but what he ain't gonna have is a child. That's what you're not gonna have, Zoe. So before you end up in prison, you need to figure out what it is that you want and make sure that it's appropriate. Because I don't think he want no full man. I don't. But other than that, he's basically about to ruin his entire career and get canceled for real. And then let's talk about, I just dropped a video on is it RJ? EJ Johnson. Some of y'all might know EJ Johnson. EJ Johnson is a socialite. No, he doesn't have a real job. I mean, he makes a lot of money on social media. Zoe makes a lot of money. He has 1 million followers, more than 1 million, 2 point something. He has all his social media platforms are popping, and he does very well. He making more money than he probably could make in a career. He probably make $30,000 a month. But that's just another point of money can't buy you love, honey, or class. But it sure can buy you some ass. Woo! Just like Kai Cenat, he's miserable. I mean, miserable. He's miserable right now. He's depressed. He doesn't know if he ever wants to stream again, and he makes $1 million a month. Anyway, I got to get into EJ Johnson, honey, because EJ irritated me. And I did a video on EJ Johnson. He is the son, born male of Magic Johnson and Cookie Johnson. Now here's EJ, y'all. Look at
when
EJ.
you're telling people
Look at EJ.
about who you are telling them. I'm not looking for acceptance. I'm not looking for your validation. I am telling you what's going down.
You ain't telling me shit, EJ. Let me tell you something about EJ. EJ has more wealth than any of us will ever touch. Let me just put that out there. Let me be clear about that. EJ has more wealth than any of us will ever touch. But here's the thing. EJ ain't did a goddamn thing to earn it. Only thing EJ did was be born. Okay? And he has touched more money. He has touched more things that we don't even understand, okay? He's a socialite. He is a white woman trapped in a very large black man's body. But he is a white woman. I think he's Jewish. In his mind, he's a socialite white woman, very wealthy, never been married, arrogant as fuck, a Karen to no end, travels to the south of France. This is her life. And needs a massive amount of therapy. Because if his mom and dad told him, we're not giving you no more money, he wouldn't know what to do with himself. Now, he said I don't know his pronouns. He said they. I can't do the they because I can't speak wrong. So I can't do they when I refer to him. I think he said he's a they. I don't know how to speak that way. So I'm going to go with EJ, AJ, EJ, whatever the fuck it is. And it ain't got nothing. I don't like his attitude. He's nasty. He's arrogant. He's emotionally void. EJ, AJ, KJ, I don't forget his name. He's annoying. He's been that way since he was a little boy. And he really think his shit don't stink. I know you got more money than any of us will ever count, but girl. And then he only dates straight men. Oh my God. Now listen, somebody made a good point because I did go in on that shit. And I said, and I said the same thing in a video to Madison. Y'all know Madison. But I said the same thing to her. Like, if a man is dating you, they're gay. Even though they may not be out the closet, that's why we call them DLs. They're gay, right? But somebody made a point in my comment section and said, well, when it comes to females who like dip they toenail in the lady pond and they might be gay for the weekend or da-da-da-da, we don't put that jacket on them and say, you gay, girl. Because look at Portia. Like, Portia's with a woman now. Are we going to forever call Portia gay? Or we just let it slide like, that's just Portia. Or, you know what I mean? But once a man who is straight gets with another man, it's a wrap. They gay, right? So when he says that he only dates straight men, you're dating a gay man. Once they date you, they're gay. In my opinion. You know. Didn't he used to be on a show called The Rich Kids of Hollywood? I think he was. He's very wealthy. Magic Johnson got more money than he even probably can count. When he bought out all those, his biggest purchase that we knew about was when he bought out those movie theaters. Magic ain't never been no dummy when it came down to money. Now he been a dummy with his private part, because he would put that in anybody and anything at any time. Yeah. That's how he ended up with HIV. But wait a minute now. Wasn't AJ born with HIV? Now let me lie now. Hold on now. Wait a minute now. One of his kids was born with HIV. It might have been AJ. I don't know. Maybe he didn't have any signs of it because he was HIV positive at that time. AJ is arrogant. AJ is a mean girl. I feel like AJ is a mean girl from what we've seen. Like, you know, the way he even talks about women, like that's a surefire way to get women not to like you. You know, him saying that he's the best dressed in Hollywood. This EJ is tall as his daddy. His daddy is 7 feet tall. He's 7 feet tall. Now, you know, he had the gastric bypass surgery. EJ always was on 450, 400, 450, 400, 450. Now, he don't have the EJ surgery, Lord. He don't have the gastric surgery. And you know they had to remove the skin because he's wealthy. This is extremely wealthy. He doesn't have to work. His inheritance is plenty of money. His closet is probably as big as my house. You know, but his outlook on the world is so small because he's always lived in a bubble of wealth. Private school, private this, private chefs, private concierge. You see what I just said? Concierge. Do y'all got a concierge at your house? That's some Diddy shit. Diddy has a concierge. You know, that's rich people stuff. Like this dude, the man, sir, they is very, I'm trying to be funny, very rich, respectfully. He is. And that's why I give him grace, because I know he don't know any better and he almost has like arrested development. He just doesn't get it. EJ looks very good. That cost a lot of money to get this. This was a lot of money. A lot of money. But he has a lot of money. He's wealthy. He's very wealthy. And so he could get all the surgeries to reconstruct all the fat skin that was loose off his body after he lost 300 pounds. 100%. But he's arrogant. And Carlos King, what is going on with him? Child, he lost a lot. Is that Carlos? Yeah, what's wrong with Carlos?
It's very easy because I just told them, you know, flat out, like I was like, this is, you know, who I am, and this is how we're moving and grooving and going forward. And you know, even like son, I was like, you know, the world tried to give me that label, like Magic Johnson's son, and I was like, well, he's dead, and now there is Miss Thing. Like, we're not doing that either. So you know, it wasn't like a
girl. Let me tell you something. First of all, you're not gonna talk to me any kind of way, EJ. If I was your mama and your daddy, you're not coming in. You're not, and I'm footing your lifestyle. You would have nothing without me. You're not gonna talk to me like that. So you bring it down a notch, and then we can talk. He's dead. Oh, I can't stand EJ. Whoa, I can't stand myself some EJ. It ain't got nothing to do with sexuality. I can't stand EJ's rich, arrogant ass. Anyway, moving on. I've said enough about him. One, when I win the lottery. Okay. Well, EJ didn't have to wait for that, honey, because he got so much money. He didn't have to. Because y'all want to see EJ old pictures. Let me show y'all what EJ used to look like. And y'all see, this is EJ now. He's about 7 feet tall. Probably weighing in, because he's so tall, 200 pounds would look, as nothing on him because he's so sleek. I think he got a little bit of like a butt implant or two, hips, all that. But let me show you what he used to look like. Let's find him. Yes, baby. He looked like his daddy. EJ Johnson. Oh, somebody didn't change his name. Johnson as a kid. And this has been a transition, y'all, because, as he was getting surgeries.
Why didn't Magic Johnson's kids take over his legacy? First is E.J. Johnson, Magic's only biological child with his wife Cookie. Instead of stepping into the sports or business world, E.J. became a reality TV star and fashion icon, known for wearing women's clothes, bold red carpet looks, and outspoken personality. After coming out as gay in 2013, the media once called him the princess outside the king's castle. He lives confidently, but far from his father's business legacy. Second is Andre Johnson, Magic's son from a past relationship. He's older than EJ, but keeps a low profile, avoiding the Lakers.
I want to show y'all when he was a kid. He was very... Hold on. I mean, all he does all day is shop, allegedly. He shops. He goes to have tea.
EJ, you look fantastic. How much have we lost? I really haven't done weight in a while. I'm like so bad. I really need to. But like, it's definitely somewhere far over 100. Over 100.
He was big.
Fantastic. How much have we lost?
He was
I
big.
really haven't done weight.
He was big. He was huge. Hi, Allison. Yes, he was huge, honey. Oh, Wendy, I miss you. Oh, I miss my Wendy. My Jersey girl, my Jersey home girl, my Philly home girl, my North Jersey home girl. I miss my Wendy. My Wendy used to live up the street from my sister when she lived in West Orange. When Wendy lived, my sister don't live there anymore either, but Wendy lived in West Orange, New Jersey. She always be at them. Wendy did not care. Wendy would be with the people, shopping at the Pathmart in Montclair. Wendy would be at the Livingston Mall shopping, going to get her drinks. She stayed at Michael's. One of my nieces worked at Michael's. She was always in there buying a bunch of junk. He's like Prince. No wonder I know many not into zodiac signs, but he gives me, yes, he does. Very much Prince. I just hope he's not on drugs. Free Wendy. She's gonna be free. Wendy is about to get her rights back. Wendy about to get her rights back. And they say, her
Hey guys, I come back.
her brain is getting, a little bit better. She's a little bit better. She seemed lucid a lot of times. Like Wendy she made sense. But then sometimes she didn't. So, I don't know. Is her son really capable of being her rep payee and managing all of that? When he did have access to money, he gave himself a birthday party on a yacht and spent $20,000. I miss Wendy. I miss Wendy from the radio. That's how we got down with Wendy, from the radio. Oh my God. Wendy in the 90s. I mean, we didn't know she was heavy on that Coquiana, child. Ooh. We didn't know that. But Wendy in the 90s. I remember I met Wendy in the 90s at every Sunday. When did we go to that flea market? This was in North Jersey, but everybody used to go to this like it wasn't a flea market, but it was a flea market, but it was an indoor thing in Orange, New Jersey. And celebrities that we would call celebrities, like rappers and stuff like that. Everybody used to go there on Saturday. Like everybody just be walking around. Back then, people were still buying records and tapes, and they would go there for that and just stuff. And I met Wendy there. And back then, we used to give Wendy, you would give Wendy a piece of paper and be like, shout me out, shout me out. So I wrote my name. I'm like, Wendy, shout me out on the radio, please. She was acting all, she must have been high. She was like, okay. I was on that radio for 2 days waiting for her to say my name, and that bitch never did. Wendy on the radio was, oh my God, that was, we stopped what we was doing to go listen to Wendy. Her radio days was the bomb. Oh my God, we loved it. Her radio day, Wendy was, she was brutal on the radio. Wendy, the best person I could say that even comes close to Wendy is Tasha K. Tasha K comes close to Wendy. Tasha K is the Wendy of y'all time. It's Tasha K. I would say because Tasha gets all the like exclusive, like not, urban shit. Like Wendy would know stuff about celebrities, but she wouldn't tell it all the way. Like stuff like that. Like Wendy just had all the people's business. But how she knew the business is because the side pieces and the girlfriends of these celebrity men, and I'm talking about New York rappers like that. Wendy never covered like white people gossip. She didn't do that until she got a TV show. And then she expanded her audience. But before that, on the radio, Wendy was all urban. All urban. Any rapper from back then in the 90s and 2000s, late 80s, that's who she talked about. So she was in New York. Then she came to Philly. Wendy has had a time. That Whitney Houston, oh my God. Whitney Houston's family used to live, Whitney Houston was raised in East Orange. And right across the street from McDonald's. This McDonald's is so weird where it sits because it's like it literally is in a neighborhood. And Whitney Houston's home was right across the street from it. So we used to stalk that house because at that time her parents were still living there, or her mom was still living there, and she would come there from time to time when she was not like on the road. And so people started stalking it, like, oh, I want to see her. But then that's when she bought that big house somewhere in Jersey, and the one that they were taping that show from. Tasha K don't know when to stop. Well, she certainly should have stopped. You know why Tasha didn't stop with that whole situation with Cardi B? She didn't stop because at that time she thought she was besties with Nicki. Nicki had manipulated that whole situation. Nicki had allegedly, according to me and other people, Nicki had manipulated that. And Tasha got caught up in being cool with Nicki. That's one rule that Wendy always had, that she was not going to be friends with celebrities because she knew she had to report their bullshit. And she couldn't do that if they was going to be cool with each other. And you see that but Wendy was also a real journalist. Wendy had a degree from a top-notch college, Southern, I forget. But Wendy was a real journalist. And so she knew how to draw the line with her subjects and her personal life. And that's why she didn't mix that. She's like, I can't be friends with you because if you do something, I'm going to report it. And Tasha K, who's not a journalist, who hasn't been trained in media, she only got jobs in media, but there's a lot to say about education, honey. And that's why she got caught up, because she was still trying to be friends with people. And the worst mistake she made was trying to be friends with Nicki backstabbing Minaj. Because you see what that got her. A $4 million judgment that she's going to have to pay for the next 20 years. Wendy was very smart, but Wendy's brain disorder has a lot to do with her abuse of alcohol and drugs. Wendy was Wendy played with her nose real bad. Wendy played with her nose real bad. She was a cokehead for real. She was a cokey coke. She was a cokiana. She was a white girl lover. She was a snow bunny bitch. Wendy played with her nose, and that is part of the reason. And she smoked weed like crazy. That's where, because you can get dementia and Alzheimer's from alcoholism. She was more of a drunk than anything else. She was a drunk. She was in a bad marriage. She had mental health issues. She drank like a fish. Like, she was a real drunk. She was. Wendy was. She really was. And that's why they barely let her out of that nursing home, because every time they let her out, she skedaddles her little ass down the street to the liquor store. They done busted Wendy so many times going to that liquor store. That's why they don't let her out. And when she get custody of herself again, I don't know where she going to live. She going to go back to New York. She be off the chain in New York. Drunk as a skunk, just binging. She's a mess. Wendy really is a mess. It's called alcohol dementia. That's what she has. That's what she has. Because her parents lived a long life. Now, they say her mom had Alzheimer's, but her dad just recently died in his 90s, and her dad had all his wits about him. Now, Wendy brother's a little bit cuckoo. It's a sad situation. I would like to see her get her rights back, but it's going to be, I don't know what she's going to be acting like when she get out. I don't know what she's going to be acting like when she get out. Honestly, I don't know if she can handle herself. I mean, her son is a little bit older now. I think he is 25 years old, so his brain is fully developed. Maybe he's a little bit more mature. Of course, he has the genetics of his no good father. I don't even know why I'm doing this. This soda's dead. Y'all, I'm so greedy. I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat later on tomorrow. I'm like, what am I going to eat tomorrow? We're not going to get... Oh, no, you ain't getting the same Wendy. That brain is done up. She shouldn't even come back to TV. She shouldn't come back to TV. Or the internet or nothing else. That affair with her no good husband sent her over the deep. It did. When he got that lady pregnant for the 19th time and she finally decided to have the baby, it was done up. You know, that bastard bought a house. Now, the one house that she used to live in by my sister was not her biggest mansion. It was a nice house, but then they sold that house and they bought a real big mansion, the one that a lot of people see on TV now. I mean, that we would see, during their divorce and stuff, in a nice exclusive neighborhood in Jersey, North Jersey. But then he bought another house similar to that one down the street for his girlfriend. Just ignorant shit. That's why he can't pay his bills now. That's why he going through it. That's why he say his diabetes is out of control. He ain't even got no metformin. He ain't got shit to treat it because he ain't got no damn insurance. He's an asshole. Fuck him. He's just ignorant. I hate unloyal people. People who ain't loyal. Like, damn. Everything this lady did for you, she took you out the street dirty. And you gonna do her like that? Mm-mm. But Wendy got her lick back. Wendy got her lick back, honey. Because Wendy had he was so eager to sign the divorce decree that he didn't even read the shit. He didn't even read it, that it said if Wendy ever stopped working and was not making gainful employment after, like, as long as she was making gainful employment, he could get his pay, and it was like $80,000 a month or some shit. But in her divorce decree, she put, if I ever stop working, you are no longer entitled to your alimony. And the bitch quit the job and was like, oh, I don't work no more. Yay, Wendy. So when Wendy quit that job or got fired, whatever the hell happened, child, I don't know. I know they put her shit in the dumpster truck in the back of the back. But and that was the end of that. So then he lost all of that, and he's trifling. So it wasn't like he was trying to save money, because he knew he had this little $80K coming in every month. So she won in the end. She did. And the home record took her dirty ass back to North Kakalaki or whatever she was from. They said she ain't got nothing down there either, because she ain't never worked, because she been his side bitch for the last 20 years. He can't even pay child support. Because how some people, they can't figure out, like, I'm going to have to go and get a job. Like, I'm going to have to go, like, I know I've been making this type of money, and oftentimes they didn't save, and they didn't think about, if I don't have money anymore, what's going to happen. So, yeah. Could y'all hit the, wait, is it the like button? Yes, the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. Tap screen. Tap screen. Tap it. Tap it. Yeah, but that's the story on Wendy. But she's supposed to, like, Britney Spears got her guardianship reversed, which was another one that should have kept that damn guardianship just like it was with her dad, because Britney ain't got the sense God gave a child. And then her husband, one of her husbands, the one that raised the two boys, they bad as hell, right? Anyway, they grown men now. But Kevin Federline, he had the nerve to go back to court and told the judge, I know the kids is grown and everything, but can I still get money from Britney? And the judge said, no, bitch, go get a job. You don't lived off the girl for 18 years. No. Britney is out there. Britney is out there. Now, the question is, did the industry turn Britney crazy, or was Britney already had a predisposition to having some mental illness? Or was it it wasn't the internet, because the internet wasn't even kicking like that then. It was the industry, allegedly. You have to. You have to. You don't know who's coming in with good intentions or who's coming in on that evil shit. Especially when you're a celebrity. Especially when the industry, but it was her parents. They put her in the industry. I mean, find me a Disney kid that made it successfully. And where are they today? Many of them, they didn't. I mean, they just, what I think it is too, when you go into the industry as a young kid, you're around adults, right? And adults talk adult talk, adults do adult things. That's why you don't want your kid to be the only kid or 2 or 3 kids around a group of adults, because you don't know the intentions of all of those adults. That's why you got to be careful, even when you let your kids finally, every kid, like, well, a lot of kids want to get a job. Oh, get a job. I want my own money. But then you put your kid in a position where they're going to, in an adult environment. I don't care if it is McDonald's. McDonald's is hiring your 15-year-old and a 45-year-old. And now they're in the same space together, and you don't know the intentions of this 45-year-old. And so That's why putting kids in adult environments, I never agreed to that because you just don't know how those adults are going to act in those situations. Are they going to be appropriate with your kid? Can't trust nobody when you have status like those in Hollywood. They wasn't really protected. They weren't protected at all. I mean, their parents would drop them off and leave, or they would be there with a nanny and or be with adults for 15, 16 hours a day. And then we know the industry, a lot of the adults were indulging in alcohol and drugs, and mostly drugs and pill popping and shit like that. And now you got your kids around that. That's why you hardly see a success story. Oh, one of the girls wrote a book. I never read it. I didn't know. I know somebody just leaked a picture of R. Kelly, a prison pic. Because I know at one time they said he was in there getting so high, he had passed out. They had him, he on so many drugs and shit in there. What they give him and then what he buy. Let me see. R. Kelly victim writes a book. Right. Even with it's even with R. Kelly having all that time that he has, I mean, what's stopping him from what's stopping him from talking about what has happened to him and what does he plan to do with, the time that he had. Oh, I see it. Who's watching Shorty? Is that this one? R. Kelly's accuser from the infamous tape writes a book after 20 years of silence. The one that got peed on? The one that got peed on? It just came out. The girl from the tape, she wrote a book. Okay. Rashonda LaFleur. Okay, I see it. Oh, LaShonda, I see it. Was she the one that got peed on? Well, it's still trying to get out and get his sentence overturned or lowered. So that's why he won't admit to it, discuss which is smart on his. Oh, I thought all his appeals were up.
Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will serve you the tea. You know what time it is.
Y'all watch her.
Welcome to Chronicle Speaks. Roshana Landfair is a name that many people were never supposed to know. Yet for years, the name lived in headlines, courtrooms, and whispered conversations without her consent. As a teenager, she became the unnamed minor at the center of one of the most disturbing scandals in music history. She was the 14-year-old girl seen in the infamous video involving R. Kelly, a tape that would spark national outrage, criminal investigation, and the first widespread reckoning with the singer's longtime fixation on underage girls. For years, the video was mocked, sold on street corners, and replayed in courtrooms, while the child at the center of it was stripped of her privacy and reduced to a punchline. Roshana Landfair was never publicly allowed to be a victim. She was
Not to mention what he did to Aaliyah. He ain't gonna win none of them. He'll get out when he's about 75, 80. Pretty much knew what was going on, but didn't say anything, nothing, but they needed the money from R. Kelly. And what's Aaliyah's family? Well, Aaliyah's family claimed they didn't know, but damn it, you left your 14 and 15-year-old in music studio with grown ass men for days. Like, duh. Like, I'll never understand it. And that's how Diddy was. Like, with Usher and what's the little white boy name? What's the little white boy name? Justin Bieber. Like, you left you just, here you go. You gave a 14-year-old, 15-year-old kid or a 12, 13-year-old kid to a grown-ass man. It ain't that much practice in the world. We'll be back in the morning, sir. My son can practice from, and when he get out of school. When he get out of school. And in the summer, he could come a little longer. But we ain't staying up in here all day and night. I know. He married Aaliyah when she was 15. And they about R. Kelly. R. Kelly probably was very mean and you know, he had bodyguards and people around him. Yeah, Justin Bieber, thank you, Free. You know my mind be slipping. Don't mess Justin up. Did Justin have a baby, y'all? I think him and Haley Heather, one of them, they had a baby. Yeah. I mean, Diddy terrorized people. He really did. He really terrorized people with his micro penis having ass. Girl, I wouldn't even want trying to show that thing. And you trying to swing that all around town. Ugh. I can't even listen to no more of that testimony. I cannot listen to no more of that testimony on Diddy. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing else. Chris Stokes was horrible too with his no neck having ass. Messed Amari not. Now Amari said ain't nothing. Amarion said ain't nothing ever happened to him, but I don't know about that, Amarion, because it was happening to everybody else around you. So, well, Flip, Lil Fliz, Lil Flexi, what's his? Lil Fizz said it ain't happened to him. So I mean that's their story to tell. But that other one, oh, he told everything. And I said, you are so brave. He told everything. I mean, some of it could have kept to itself. But he told us everything that Chris did to them. It's disgusting. Their parents, too. Here you go. Take my son all around the world. And there you have it. But none of that shit happened to Boys to Men, honey. Ain't none of that happened to Boys to Men or what's my other group? I can't think, but Boys to Men. Oh Lord, they was saying they was snorting coke too. Shit. Diddy only got 4 years. He still beat the case. Oh, he definitely beat that case. O.J. Simpson did it. Oh, sugar, here you go. Sugar, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Sugar. Let me show you something. If I can reach it, if I can find it, I'm gonna demonstrate to you. You lucky I can't reach it. Oh wait, here they go. All I'm gonna say when anybody asks me, did OJ did it? Okay. This glove was found at the scene. And allegedly, this was the glove that the killer used to unalive Nicole and her friend. Okay? They told OJ, put the glove on. Put the glove on. OJ, he did like this. And this. I'm showing you what OJ did. This is as far as OJ got with the glove. The glove didn't fit. The prosecution said this is the glove of the killer. It was full of Nicole's blood and Ron Goldman's blood. They told OJ to put the glove on. This what had happened. This is the glove. Now, if this was his glove, it should have went right on. It should have went right. It should have went right. Am I right? Am I right? If the glove don't fit, y'all tell her the rest. If the glove don't fit, You must do what? You must do what? That's all I got to say about that. OJ stopped taking his pain meds, which caused his hand to swell up. And that's why the gloves... Oh, sugar, now, wait a minute. Now, sugar, I'm going to demonstrate for you again because you're not listening. OJ... You saying OJ didn't take his medication. And there you go, Free. You must have quit. Okay, I heard too the conspiracies that the glove was leather. And because the glove was full of blood, it shrunk the glove. Now, people back in when this all happened, honey, they were soaking gloves in blood. They were spilling their own blood. Girl. So, but OJ said in that courtroom, they said, this is the glove. OJ, he was so fake and phony. I can't stand him either. Rest in peace. Here you go. Child. OJ had arthritis when not taking his meds. His hands swell, and his friend told him, OJ, to stop taking his meds so that the gloves wouldn't fit. Well, he didn't know that the prosecution was bringing them gloves in there like that. That was the prosecution did that shit. That was their ace in the hole, but it didn't work. Nicole is Megyn Kelly. What? I think OJ did it, but honestly, I think he just snapped and lost his mind in the moment. He literally wrote a book and said how he did it. No, he wrote a book and said, if I had done it. OJ was kind of half. OJ had a lot of CTE injuries to his brain, girl. He wasn't. And he had anger issues. He would flip out. He was abusive. So it makes sense that it would have made sense that he did it because he was abusive to her. And she had been beat up multiple times by him. You know, he was the type that he want to go out and cheat, come home smelling like, And then when you ask him, OJ, you cheat, I can smell it. And then he want to bop you in the head because you said he cheated. That's the type of man he was. Rest in peace. Was fine. OJ was fine. Oh, OJ was fine. OJ was fine, honey. OJ was fine. Orfel was fine. Orfel wasn't looking at nobody. Orfel only was snow bunnies all day. That's all Orfel was looking at. After he left his wife that, was with him from the beginning, like when he ain't have really no money and stuff. And then that's when he just went crazy and he was in acting and all that. But OJ was a mess. And even how they got him in prison in Vegas was bullshit. That was all bullshit. That was all like, we're going to get you back. We're going to get you back type shit. But that was bullshit. Ron Goldman dad spent his life trying to get that money out of OJ, and they never could get it out of OJ. His pension was protected. OJ, until the day he died, was getting $25,000 a month in his pension, and couldn't nobody touch it. So the Goldman family never got any compensation from any of that. And even if that, he was messing with Nicole or whatever, he didn't deserve to die. She didn't deserve to die like that. Kris Jenner used to screw on LJ. Yeah, she did. Allegedly. His first wife was a beautiful black woman, and I never saw Nicole as beautiful. She was a YT woman with blonde hair. Well, he was cheating on his wife with Nicole. Y'all hear that thunder? He was cheating on his wife, allegedly, with Nicole and other women. OJ was out there like that. He plans to never let the Goldmans get any money. And he died, and he died and said he would never give them a dime, and he didn't. He didn't. Because he lived very well off of his pension. He did not. And all of his assets went to his children. So they never, is Ron Goldman daddy still alive? Bless his heart. The sorrow in that man. Oh my God. That was the part of that was so hard to watch, that Goldman family. Because you could tell they was just like, how did we end up here? Like, why are we around these people? Like, why are we dealing with this? Yeah, he was he was cheating on Nicole too. Oh, I even gotta look it up, y'all. The Goldman dad is still alive. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. They didn't want justice. I think they wanted the money. They were not poor folks, but they wanted to hurt him. They wanted to hurt him. And you know how the best way to hurt the wealthy is to take their money. Y'all going back to Target? Are y'all going back to Target? Pastor Jamal Bryant said that we can go back to Target now if y'all want to. He said that he don't talk to the Target people, and they got a new Target got a new CEO, and he's reinstated. I left a video for y'all if you want to watch it, y'all. And he said that we could go back to Target. Y'all going back to Target? Thank you, Free. I ain't going back to Target. Fuck Target. If y'all can, the moment they had the opportunity to dismantle DEI and women's rights and people of color, they did it. So I don't care about Target. I was mad at Target when they took out their food court anyway. And I couldn't get no pretzel and no pizza anymore. So I stopped fucking with them then. No has assets in his kids to tie up because OJ owed millions to the IRA, and until that debt is cleared up, nobody can touch his will. Oh God, OJ, you left your kids with a mess? Damn. The Goldmans defended George Zimmerman, and I stopped caring for them after that. They showed support for Zimmerman walking free. Now, Sugar, you done told me something, and then I'm with you, then F them. I stopped going to Target when they took away the self-checkout. They don't have self-checkout anymore. I don't go there. I never really did. And I damn sure ain't never go there for no grocery shopping. I'm like, who grocery shops at Target? I ain't never, I like the little stuff in the front, the little cheap shit that's in the front. I'll do that. I ain't never been, and I go to Target in February when they had started the Black History Month, and they would feature a new Black up-and-coming artist, t-shirts and bags. I would always go and support a new artist in that way. But other than that, I didn't really shop in Target like that. The prices are increasing, yet the products are shrinking, big time shrinking. I still got your journal from 2 years ago. Oh, I think I started New Year's resolution and don't say that with my journal at. What a journal at, y'all? Oh, here go the journal, y'all. I still sell them. As a matter of fact, the vendor, hold on, y'all. It got a little dirt on it. Here go the journal. The vendor just asked me if I still wanted to keep trying to sell them. I think I only sold 3. Yours, the one I bought, and my sister bought one. I only sold 3 of these. But y'all, they are still available. I made mine fancy. I put little stickers in mine. But they are still available on my page. They are still available. I'm working on a journal. Is it a package? Anyway, it's a journal. It's a bonnet. What else was with it? It's going to be a journal and a bonnet. And maybe like a pencil or a pen or something. I just trying to find the right vendor, but to do it. And every time they send me something, I don't really like it. but I'm working on a bonnet and a journal pack. Now, I don't mind this journal. I got this one off a TikTok shop. I just really never promoted it. This is the mental health journal. It's a daily journal. Maybe I'll promote it. This is not mine, but I thought it was good. You know, if you want to, we'll talk about journaling. Journaling is awesome. I have journaled even before I knew what journaling was as a means to get your feelings out. I got journals dating back 20 years and I still have those journals. I still have my first diary. That don't make no sense the way I was talking in that diary too. It really don't. Yes, Ron's sister Kim did an entire interview saying Zimmerman deserved to walk free and showed support for him, but wanted people to despise AJ. Girl, don't tell me no more about that. Oh, no, she didn't. And meanwhile, they said Zimmerman can't even get food stamps right now because won't nobody hire him. Yeah, because everybody know you crazy. Cups are tremendously smaller, and I never was into Starbucks. I never ordered a drink from Starbucks. I don't even know how to order a drink from Starbucks. The only thing, that's a lie. That's a lie. Hard Rock Casino gave me $25 in Starbucks money. I could get what I wanted, $25 worth of stuff. And I always get the lemon cake because I love that lemon cake, little lemon cake slice. And I did order a drink, and I didn't even know how to order. I told the boy to order me something refreshing because it was in the summer and I was on the boardwalk. But that was the only time I ever had a Starbucks drink or bought one. Because now they've been posting up in casinos. And you know I love me a good casino, honey. I think he left his kids' life insurance policies, which was their inheritance, so that his kids could get paid without the Goldsmiths going after their money. I wouldn't mind. Go on and buy one. They available. Oh, you talking about my up and coming products? My up and coming journal slash. You just got home from bingo. Did you win? Girl, I just got home from the casino. And I didn't do terrible, but I was in a slot tournament and I don't know why I be in the slot tournaments because all of this was hurting because I won last week and I was like, I'm gonna win again. I'm writing an ebook on 50 things to not do or say on so. Ooh, that's a good idea. I always tell people don't post when you're emotional or when you're angry, especially when you're angry. Don't post when you are angry. Because some of the most devilish shit is going to come out your mouth. I know. I want to get into ebooks too. Girl. If I can eliminate some of the naps I take throughout the day, I could get a lot done. What do you think of interview with Little Man? Who you talking about? Mucus? Huh? I love Kindle, buy books. You know, I don't like books. I don't like electronic books or online books. Like the college that I work for, my students now, my books are online and they're uploaded, to the class page. And I still have students who are like, I don't want an online book. I'd rather have, the hard copy books. I always make sure like the publisher will send some hard copies of the book because not everybody likes an ebook. I'm not an ebook reader, although I will let the book read. Like if I get a new textbook that I'm going to use for the year or, for the semesters or whatever, I let it read to me. Mucus, they did an interview. I thought it was kind of weird considering what she accused him of. Who he did an interview with? Child, just say the name. I don't give a damn. Who he did an interview with? Because somebody did say he went on somebody else's page. And I'm like, why would he go on somebody else's page to tell why he ended up getting locked up? Like, why would he go on somebody else's page to do that? Who page was he on? They did it in who page was he on? Because I know, I think I know. Wait. I have books on there, but don't like listen to. I get distracted. I don't like audiobooks either. YouTube takes 30%. When do you start paying your taxes? Girl, don't even bring that up. Look, don't even bring that up. Some responsible channel holders that make a lot of money, they do it quarterly. Sonny, oh Lord, Sonny Bunny, him and Sonny cool again. Hey, Sonny girl, he came on Sonny channel to tell what had happened. Child, I can't. I guess they cool again. Child. Go ahead and say it. I think Kathy, she already done said she was on Sunny channel. You know, me and Sunny cool again now, y'all. Don't do too much. I don't need her cussing me out. They cool again. Child. He interviewed Sonny. I'm not on an interview with nobody that accused me of nothing like that. Exactly. And she is saying she didn't accuse him of SA, but what do you think is SA? VQ2? Oh, Lord. He's so desperate. You know what the funny thing about Mucus is that I find to be hysterical? Because he's such a dodo bird, dingbat dummy. Why would you go on? You would never see anybody with a channel as large as Mucus's channel indulging in channels that don't even have a quarter of the subscribers that he has. Why would you go on a channel that got less than 10,000, 20,000? This man's got what, 200,000, 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, you are the topic of the street sector. Why would you bother explaining yourself to people that's really at one point has dragged your little ass? It's like coming on my channel. Like, that ain't never going to be good for you. Ever. Ever. And Marcus has wanted to talk to me. I don't have nothing to say to you, you dirty little man. Like, I would never talk to you like that. Because I know your mindset is not going to change on nothing. I don't have to tell you the dumb shit that you've done. You know what you've done. But I'm going to talk about it if I feel like it. Dirty. Marcus is a manipulator. That's why people flip-flop with him, because he's a manipulator, because he's able to get in your head or some people's head and now make you think you didn't see what you saw, or make you think you didn't hear what you heard, or make it make sense. Like plopping that baby up on the screen. Like, look at my baby, y'all. Bitch, you had this baby with a young girl that was homeless on the street that you coerced and brought back to your apartment, bedded her down to the ground, kept her for as long as you wanted to, kicked her out when you was ready to fuck with somebody else, put that one in the closet, got her pregnant, kicked her out when you was on to the next one. Boy, I don't have nothing to say to you. Nothing. I don't give a fuck about you coming and telling us how you lost your license, how you got arrested. Tell us why you keep fucking with young girls that's living on the street, drug addicted, nowhere to go, and you supposed to be this high value man, but all you can bag is girls that are homeless, struggling. Shut up. Why is he even bothering to go on anybody's channel? You got the bigger platform. What's the point? What's the point? Because you still trying to manipulate. You got your 100,000 subscribers. They down with your ass. Talk to them. Talk to them. He is disgusting. Those small, he don't really help. Nobody's channel has grown significantly because Marcus came on their channel and gives him power as he's the big dog. He thinks he's the big dog. Dummy, we're laughing at you, idiot. You're not the big dog in a good way, dummy. You're not the big dog in a good way. And the street sector is about you only because you're a deviant. You're a sexual deviant. We're not over here talking about the great things you do, and we're not even focusing on the people that you're interviewing. I know I don't. I said from the beginning, for me, Marcus is the focus. His behavior and what he does. The people that he interviewed, I ain't even interested in them. I'm interested in what you do to them. But he thinks it's not a good thing that there's a street sector and you're being talked about. You're the main one. We also talk about other street sector channels. I do. Real, Right, and Uncut. That's all under the umbrella. There are other channels too. But Marcus got the biggest channel out of the channels that we talk about under the street sector umbrella. And he's the most disgusting. And that's why he gets that's why people are making content about his dusty ass. His channel is forever staying. Let me tell you, he has no idea. Like, one of the content creators that he has drugged and that has been talked shit about him. I mean, he has talked shit about her. She could have really, 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 really ended him. She could have really, 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 really ended him through a big channel that was very close and still is about to like expose him and talk about him in a way that he think these little channels, my little channel, the other little channels got less than subscribers than me. We can't touch him. We cannot touch him. He has over 100,000 subscribers. We're not touching his core audience. But if these other big channels wanted to really touch him, they could. They definitely could. You always said that, P, you haven't changed. I never changed. I never changed from that shit. He goes to the small channels to manipulate and try to control the narrative. You can't control the narrative. And of course, listen, if I'm a small channel and I can get a big channel to come on my channel, and if they're going to shout me out, or, that's the goal, but I'm not doing it with no dirty ass, like Mucus. I'm not doing it with him. I don't want your subscribers, because anybody that can believe that what you do is okay, they will never be able to stay over here, because they wouldn't like over here. They wouldn't like over here. Shut up. They wouldn't like over here. So you can keep them dusty crusties right over there with you. You ain't gonna find no big channel fighting like trying to. Please. Most of Marcus's core audience, they don't even know who we are. They don't know who we are. They don't know that we've done these videos on him. I know they don't know because there's a new group of people who are now looking at Marcus, and new content creators like Troy and Tracy. They don't know the history of Marcus. This dirty bird been dirty for over 2-3 years now. We left the shit alone because he's just like, okay, fine, whatever. And then the content creators started fighting and it started to implode. And then I was like, I gotta go. And then that was it. And I said, I will always come back to the sector when I feel like it's something to talk about, or when his dirty ass do something. And when I saw him prop that baby up in the camera, I said, this dirty, dusty dog. Cover his content even been growing. They didn't grow. And they've been covering his content for years and channel hasn't jumped off. No, because first of all, he's not even promoting them in a way that's going to help them jump off or grow. He's not promoting them like that. And he would be a dumbass to promote them like that, especially if they got content that was against him. Like, why would he ever promote my channel? I got a whole playlist calling him dirty, a homeless humper, mucus. Like, why would he ever say one nice thing about me? Why? Ileana and Tone didn't seem to rock with him. Tone couldn't stand him anymore either. That baby storyline was good though. I mean, he played the baby storyline down to the ground. Josiah's family don't want nothing to do with him. None of them. Josiah's don't even fuck with him. They don't want nothing to do with him. Nothing. None of them. And when they stop wanting to, deal with him, that's when he started getting bucking up. Like, that's when he started bucking up. Like they ain't shit. Meanwhile, that's Josiah's their family. Josiah's dad out here watching his son run the streets, mentally ill, addicted to drugs. All, prior to Marcus coming in, I'm sure that family and the grandfather did everything to get that kid help. Everything to get that kid help. And then Marcus thinks you're going to be the savior. Did he? Was it on the phone? He probably only did it because he needed money. Marcus ain't sent him nothing but $10 on a Cash App. Yeah, some of these, I always like these street sector content creators. We gotta be careful. And he smoked that right up. We gotta be careful because men don't always act accordingly and don't always act appropriate. And I mean, we clearly see that with Mucus, that he's not at Good Night Melody, that he's not has not behaved accordingly as with values and morals and standards. And when you got vulnerable women who will do anything for their drug fix or whatever, comfort, a clean house, a shower, and you have men who take advantage of it. Like, I don't know if y'all watch Real, Right, and Uncut. I mean, I'm cool with that channel right now, but it's been a couple of things, and I'm like, Greg, I'm about to get on your ass, brother. I don't think he's still on dope. He looks very healthy, good. But damn sure doesn't look like he's on dope. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. You can give them anything. They need an apartment, phone, car, whatever. If they haven't mentally done the work and got sober in a week, it'll be all gone and ruined. 100%. 100%. I think if Marcus and other content creators that do that content, if they do their interviews and if they do a storyline here and there, do what you do, but understanding the mind of an addict and, it's one thing. But when you take advantage of women in a sexualized way and impregnate two of them. Marcus has gotten two women, young women, pregnant. Two pregnant, and one allegedly he gave vaginosis sabatosis. I mean, vaginosis, vaginal, yeah. You know what I'm saying? A dirty pussy. You know what I mean? Like, this is the bottom line. And one he locked in the closet for hours because he didn't want his kids to see that she was in the house. You know, hi Quinn. Now, Quinn, nice to see you. Now I'm gonna block you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got two women pregnant. One gave birth. One terminated. Okay, and one he gave allegedly. Now she was in the street herself, but somehow vaginosis bacteria, bacterial vaginosis, child. This is what this man has done on with his channel, and that's only the shit we know about. And ain't that enough that he should be canceled? That West Indies baby shower was so cute. West Indy ain't gonna be able to pay her rent next month. Bless her heart. She ain't got a baby daddy to help her. Can't keep a job. I saw her, I saw whatever that was. I saw her photo shoot, and I'm like, girl, are you going to be able to pay your rent next month with your photo shoot having ass? She's a begging ass. She still got customers. That's how she pay her bills. Her and her baby daddy rekindle. Okay. I hope so, because she can't make it on her own. She really can't. She ain't no real hard-working type bitch. She's really not. You know, she was making that easy sex trade money. And now that she don't want to do that no more, now you gotta hustle. You gotta do what you gotta do. And I don't think she want to do that. You know, she thought her channel was gonna blow up. You know, she was gonna be making all this money off of social media. It ain't work out like that. First of all, you ain't dragged Marcus enough. Girl, I would have gave y'all a video every day talking shit about Marcus. Everything I knew until I was making at least $5K a month just off of Marcus. She ain't do that. I would have had just a Marcus channel, and then I would have had my other shit. But I definitely would have been making money off of that Marcus shit. Yeah, make sure that light bill is paid before that lace front is laid. Okay. She had an eviction notice that has till June or July. She don't pay her rent. And doing DoorDash, knowing she ain't paying them taxes. No, she ain't paying them taxes. And then she always buying trash cars when she get her income tax. She gonna blow up because she about to get her income tax. She probably already don't got it. Oh, hell. That's how she did the damn baby shower. That's all income tax money. She always blow up on income tax. Child, Granny be dragging her down to the ground. Child, I just go with Granny's and just be cracking up. But Granny don't even really be dragging her. Granny be really telling her good advice. But she's not going to listen. She's hard-headed. That dragging Marcus stuff will get played out. Is it long? It's not. But she could at least got a couple of checks off of it. She didn't do enough. Famous or popular enough to where talking about him would run up a bag. No, it wouldn't sustain your channel. Oh, hell no. Sugar, you right. It wouldn't sustain your channel, but it could have got her a better number than she has. But then we got to understand too, Marcus has the solid base. Like he has 100,000 people who fuck with him. You know what I mean? And so they're not going to, and until they become enlightened to his shit, then they'll unsubscribe maybe or keep and come and follow smaller channels. But I never, you can never really build your channel on dragging one person because then you just really you look like a fucking bully, first of all. And then is it bullying and you know what I mean? You got to spread your wings. My thing with Granny is, okay, girl, how many times you going to give Indy advice that she's clearly not accepting? I mean, I think she did the same thing with Sonny, but eventually Sonny did start listening a little bit. So, West Indies not going to listen, though. She hard-headed. She hard-headed. She thinks she know everything. Like, obviously, like, if that was my daughter, I'd be like, you're not wasting no fucking money on no dumb-ass photo shoot when you having your third baby. Who gives a fuck? You're not having no photo shoot. We're not even giving you no baby shower. After your second baby in my family, you ain't getting no more baby showers. You're done. You're fucking done. So you having a photo shoot was stupid. You don't have the money for that, you dodo bird. After that third one, nobody's giving you no baby shower. You like Indy, though, but I do think she's very immature. She's arrested development. She's been traumatized. The sex industry will traumatize a young lady. You know what I'm saying? I work with many ladies of the night, young girls. I don't work with girls who are in the sex trade. They don't have them in Philly and Miami. I mean, they had a whole thing coming out of Philly with these young girls in the sex trade and they didn't even know they was in some of these pornos. They didn't even know they had still pictures out until the detective showed them. They like this you? And they looking at it like, when that happened? Like they were so drugged out and torn down, they didn't even know they was in half the movies that they've been in or the still pictures that have been taken of them. Like this shit is crazy. So yeah, you leave that traumatized. To send her the name and photo of their ID so they can give her baby shower gifts. Like, girl, who's doing that? I wouldn't send her no baby shower gifts because when she becomes homeless, all your gifts is gonna be on a pile of shit because she gonna be homeless very soon. I mean, allegedly. I hope not. God bless her. But she just do dumb shit. Gift gonna be right in the dumpster because she ain't gonna be able to take it all to the shelter. And the shelters back in the day, they used to pay for people to have a storage unit. I don't even think they got funding for that shit no more. So they ain't even gonna pay for your storage unit no more. So now all your shit's got to sit on the side of the goddamn dumpster, and people gonna get the shit out of it that they want. So you throwing your money away. She don't think right. When I saw that photo shoot, I said, girl, you ain't got no photo shoot money, bitch. She made several posts saying if you want to send her a gift for her baby, to send her a picture of their ID. Why? So she can see who they really are. Like, girl, shut up. Girl, please. I think she gonna move in with her baby daddy. Good. She need help. He only has a 1-bedroom. Now they can make it work. They can make it work. Y'all put the baby a crib in there. Then in the living room, you make 2 pallets on the floor, and that's where the other 2 boys asleep. Y'all, it'll work. They'll be all right. She need help. She can't do it by herself. She's one of them. She ain't no Well, she like to do this. She will do this. But she ain't no, she a hustler, but she hustle backwards. She hustle backwards. She don't hustle right. She just don't. Me and my baby mom about to do. Yeah, you just pile up. Fuck it. Who knows? Who's to say what's going on in your apartment? Don't have nobody over there if they don't want to see the palace in the beds in the living room. Job on. 5 people in 1 bedroom, and her youngest son is always running around and doing the most. And the other one is the oldest one got a little anger problems. He bad in school, allegedly. Andy hustle ain't weak, but her hustle game is she hustle. But her hustle was always the industry, you know. She hustling backwards. I'm telling you, she don't hustle right. She don't hustle right. It's as pretty as she thinks she is, and as fine as she thinks she is, you would think she would have a couple of people on speed dial, As gorgeous as she is. As gorgeous as she is. Where are your sugar daddies? Gorgeous. Because Marcus certainly ain't gonna be. Well, Marcus could never. Made it work in a small studio apartment with our baby. So they definitely, yeah, you can make it work. Why not? What the tricks at? What the tricks at? What the tricks at? You know what I'm saying? The way the girls say, they ain't even really gotta do nothing. Like they got these men, certain men that, they get their monthly money from. Like where the sugar daddies? Where they at? Where they at? Gorgeous, pretty girl. Where they at? You making babies with old niggas at a fried chicken joint in Atlanta? That's the second baby daddy. He about 54, 55 years old. And his only job is a chicken joint, and that's what y'all was hunching at? Girl, leave me alone. You and that baby shower, leave me alone. Girl, you about to... You about to... Girl, hunching on that old man. Girl, bye. Mucus questioned her baby daddy about her saying she has a history of keeping the fathers away from the kids when it honestly doesn't seem like the oldest and youngest son. That girl's the type that'll drop her kids off over here if I told her I'd watch them. That bitch, the big boy be watching the little boy. That's why his attendance at school was so bad, because when she didn't have nobody to watch it. Girl, don't make me tell that girl business. If I live close enough, she will let me watch them. She ain't that type of mama. She ain't that type of mama. If them kids' daddies wanted to have anything to do with them, she would. A 60-year-old man, as fine as she is, everybody in that chicken joint, he in the back, Mr. Brown in the back, frying chicken, greasy as hell, hair ain't lined up. He got on one gold chain he had since 89. And you hunched him? Child, please. Dad seems to be kind of want him, but the youngest son, Dad, doesn't seem to want him. No, he don't want him. Mucus, shut the hell up. Because we ain't taking no advice or nothing from your dirty ass. Like, where's her mama? Oh, God. She don't listen to nobody. It ain't even worth it. Who threw $80 at her? The old man. Oh, God. I remember she did a video where she went back over to the chicken spot and was cussing the old man out. Get out of here. Get your ass. I don't know what happened with that, but she thought she did her big one with that. But I'm like, you're embarrassing. First of all, you hunched this 60-year-old man. If I was In my 20s, I could never. Embarrassing. But she don't even see that. She don't even see that. She don't even see it. She ain't see it when she was up in Marcus's. Remember when she went to Marcus, when Marcus used to think he was doing his really big one where he would take the ladies up on the deck or the whatever at the top of his building. And she was up there sipping wine and Marcus was feeling all over her ass. Oh God. Her mom told her to stop having babies, but honestly, when you pass the age of 27, and no wonder where your mom and dad. Yeah, she is grown. She can have as many babies as she wants, but she can't afford them. She can't afford them, and she has them with men who don't give a fuck. So now you putting yourself in a deeper hole. You literally could not pay your bills, and now you're having another baby. You're a dummy. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why? That don't make sense. You're a dummy. Like 31 years old, ain't no way your mom and dad can't blame her parents. You can't blame her parents. I'm saying, where's her mom? Like, where's her support? It doesn't sound like she really has much support, which is why she's trying to stay in Atlanta, because I don't think that's where she's from. It's just pathetic. It's just sad. It's just sad. They're going back to the shelter. Her and the boys and the baby are on their way back to the shelter. They're going back to the shelter. They fed up. I know I won't want nobody come back here with no 3 kids. Girl, please. Talking about grandma, what you doing? I can't do it. No. She from Pittsburgh? Oh, Lord. She need to do something, child. She about to be homeless again in Atlanta. I guarantee y'all that. Now she probably got about $10,000 back from income tax, and you gonna spend $3,000 of it because you want to do a photo shoot. You're a dummy. I mean, I don't mean to call nobody no name, but child, that's just stupid. Champ, can she come to your house? She don't need a babysitter. And dad told her to come back home, but she said no. She does have help, but she doesn't let anyone help her who isn't giving her money. Girl, who got a court date? She says she's from New York, but her family lives in Pittsburgh. I mean, are they? I think they're. When she says she's West Indies, where is she from? Like, she gives me foreign immigrant family. Indy does her eviction court. Oh, shit. Oh, so she definitely ain't going to pay no rent now. Now that she's going to be evicted, she'll just wait till she go to court. But she ain't going to pay no rent up until court. She ain't going to pay no rent up until court. And now it's going to be hard for her to get an apartment anywhere. I'm surprised she held onto that apartment this long, because she didn't want to go get a real job. Like, you know, she wanted to do easy shit. You're a full-time mom and you need a full-time job where you know what your check is going to be so that you can get childcare. She already had childcare subsidy for the baby. The big boy can come home on his own. Work when your kid. I can't teach no grown woman nothing. Child, no. It's no need in trying to pay the rent. The balance is too high, and she said there's no way to come up with the amount. So she just gonna live there and let the landlord eat the cost. But yet she's still telling people to send her shit. Send shit for what? This ain't the time to be put out with this economy. It sure ain't. And it ain't the time to have no third baby when you can't afford the 2 you got, you dipstick. So why the hell would you have another baby? Girl, it's too late now. Like Cardi told us, what you want me to do? Put it back in my PUSSY? I wish you could. She kept wanting easy, little to no work jobs. That's you. She was working like she had a strong black man at home. And you didn't. You had nobody at home. So you need to work like a single mother. You need to work like a single mother. She should have been working. The hours them kids was in school, I would have been working. And when they came home, get in the car, because I'm about to do some DoorDash. Y'all sit back in the car, do your homework, because I got to hustle up this DoorDash money, and I don't work all day. And mommy's not going to have no more babies because I got to get right with y'all and make sure you boys have a stable home. So I ain't going to be knocking it down and spreading it wide and having no more kids. Unless the baby daddy is rich and gonna get $8K a month at least in child support. She wasn't even getting, you ain't getting no child support. You having babies with chicken niggas that's 60 years old. You having babies with people 60 years old that got kids your age. This man probably got kids her age. Working at a chicken joint. Girl. She having a boy or a girl? Girl, housekeeper, laundry, dietary. These big, you know what, too? Amazon, the post office, UPS, FedEx. I'm talking about real jobs, real money, insurance, the hospital, maintenance, CNA, laundry, real jobs with set hours and a set check. If that ain't enough, then you hustle. If you want to spread it wide, you got a couple of Mr. Charlies on you. You got a couple of them, that's your business. You used to it, you done it. But you're going to make that rent. You're going to make that rent. I love the laundry when the husband's retired. There you go. Solid check, insurance, pension if you can get it. But you worried about doing DoorDash and all that silly shit. Making $1, $5, $3. That's side money. That's side money. But you can't tell her nothing. She the same one that just had a photo shoot. She just had a photo shoot. Oh, well, y'all, it's been 2 hours of me in everybody's business but my own. You know wait a minute, I got to read the last thing Sugar wrote. To be a kept woman, I enjoy having my own funds. Never got the hype of wanting to be dependent on a man. Girl, because these men will turn on you in a motherfucking heartbeat, won't they? Girl, I can never. I can never. No, ma'am, no, sir. I don't even want you to ask me how I spent my money. And if I run out, I'm going to need your help. I'm going to need something from you. And she better be paying them taxes on that door. She ain't paying shit. She ain't paying shit. She's still going to get enough. She ain't make that much, so she's still going to do right. She probably got a nice income tax check. I wish I'd depend on anybody, but especially a man. Child, please. Couldn't do it. Not solely. Not solely. You know. Now that we create a life together, the bills and everything like that is based on your income, my income, and all of the things. So, we kind of depended on each other. But if anything was to happen, you should be able to take care of your own life if you needed to, and not fold because the partnership is over. That's where you fuck up. You fun you makes you vulnerable, and I don't want to be at the mercy of no man. I absolutely not. I'm so content of being by myself. I don't want nothing. A lot of women say that. Once they don't been through that phase in their life, and now they're like, they good. They are so good. And some men are like that. Not a lot of men, because men like to have that cushion of a wife or a girlfriend. But women, after you don't did all the things that we do in our 40s and our 50s, it just come to a time when you just want a 1-bedroom apartment with a washer and dryer unit in it and enough money to go to the casino every week. Mm-hmm. Travel. Like how Mucus was that. Oh, somebody else said something up here. Y'all ain't gonna let me go to bed, are you? To have Yana doing certain things she didn't want to do because she was dependent on him. He's a dirty dog. And but even her silly brain, because she gets on my nerves too. Yana Bear, then she started getting a little arrogant after Marcus started calling her again and manipulated her and took her on that trip, and she was skipping all around. I was like, girl, you your own worst enemy, whatever. Good luck. I like to make money at a young age. Girl, I used to work like 3, 4, 5 jobs. That's why I understand people who just be contently broke. I never understood that. When I was young and had energy, I was never without several jobs, especially in the field I work in. You got to have a couple of jobs in mental health because we just never got paid a lot. But I always had multiple jobs. Just being young and having the energy to do it. Not so much now, but y'all, back in the day, if I knew I wanted to take a trip or I was, going to go away, I'd go and get me a job, hustle up $2,000, $3,000. I'm like, okay, that's good. I'm gonna need that for that trip. Or, oh, I need a car. I gotta bust my ass. I'm gonna need to get a car. I need to. They don't have that in them. They don't. They really don't. Been able to make her get rid of that baby if she wasn't financially dependent on him. And I'm sure he wasn't even giving her that much with his dirty ass. I'm in my 50s. I'm good. I love my own space. Girl. Me and my husband about to downsize. This house is too big and it's big. And when you got a big house with rooms and bedrooms in it, some of these people don't want to leave, but they got to leave, okay? I told my husband, our next move, I want a nice 3-bedroom apartment and I want my own room. Because I want to decorate it the way I want to decorate it. I ain't saying we can't, sleep together. We'll have a sleep bed, but then I want my own room. Anyone overtime was available. Girl, I would do it in a minute. Now, see, I now say, this how I was with that. That was only if I knew I needed the money to buy something or I needed the money for a trip. I would be like, I work. Let me not need no money. Girl, I ain't working. That was a professional whisper. Girl, that's what I'm telling you. The more rooms you got, like my daughter, she just left, but I'm trying to do something with her room. At first, I'm going to take that bed out of there to see if she know that bed is still here, then she thinks she can come back and get in that bed. And that bed is coming out of there. I'm 2 months to get married. I don't want to tell because I think I've already talked about. I would never get married again. I just love having my own money. Girl, say it ain't so. You might have a little friend, somebody to go out to eat with, somebody to go to the casino with, somebody to go play bingo with, little things like that. But you keep your place, and I'm gonna keep mine. There are a lot of people doing that. They don't want to be aggravated. Oh my, a lot of my aunties is in that space in their life. They got their own shit, and they just when I'm saying they are happy. They are happy. They don't did the marriage, they don't did the kids, all that. They got a nice little cozy apartment, and they good. After my kids got grown, went 4-bedroom, 1-bedroom apartment. Girl, thank you. That's all. They just you know what? At the end of the day, you want peace. You want peace. This life is so short. You just want peace. I just want peace. Girl, I color now. I color for peace. I color for peace. I can't be aggravated. I don't want to be aggravated. I don't. I'm too old. I don't want to be aggravated. I want peace, and that's it. I don't let I got multiple jobs. I swear I don't let none of these people bother me. I don't let them, and I don't get stressed because I don't give a fuck. I can walk away from your job and I'll be good. I'll find another one. I'm educated. I can find another job. Okay? But you're not going to aggravate me. That's what you're not going to do. The fuck? Oh, the country as town. It's quiet as hell. I went from Tampa to hometown country in PA. Ah! I like the North and I like the South too. If I could, and which I'm trying to convince my husband that I want to do this, I want to live like part-time in the South and then part-time up here in the North because I love the North. So that's what I really want to do when I retire, and that's getting like close to that. Where I'm going to be like living between Jersey and somewhere in the South. Because I don't want to deal with snow anymore. I don't want to deal with snow anymore. But, life is life, and that's how we live it, honey. We don't talked about a lot, child. We don't got into a lot of people's business. We don't talked about mucus. God, what I put on the thumbnail? We don't talk about mucus. We don't talk about EJ. We don't talk about... Who else we talked about? We don't talk. All down from Louisiana and Florida. My mom and them up there. I'm going to Louisiana for the first time. I'm going to New Orleans. We booked the trip for... When are we going? In May. Is it May? April, May. In May. I'll be there for 3 days in New Orleans. I can't wait. Ooh. Never been to New Orleans. New Orleans. It's too much for me. I don't want to do snow no more. I'll be in New Orleans. One of them days I'm going to be at the casino out there. I'll be at Caesars. So I'll post it. I'll go live. If you near Caesars, come out and meet me. I'll be at Caesars. I'll be at Caesars because I'll be going live out there from my other channel. I love casinos. It's terrible. I just got back from the casino. I'll be in Atlantic City in next week. I'll be down there for like 3 days. I'm going to come live from the pool. My other channel is Jersey Made Slot Queen. Jersey Made Slot Queen. I don't even be winning like that, but that's my channel. I'm still trying to build that channel. I cannot get that channel. It's hard to get people in that sector to subscribe. It really is. It's hard to get them to subscribe. I think I'm at I think I'm at over 500 subscribers or something like that on that channel. But it's hard to get them to subscribe over there. I go live over there. I think I've been live a couple of times. But that's my channel, Jersey Made Slot Queen. I'm in Pittsburgh, but I travel all the time. I retired from Hilton State 5-star. Ooh. And then Cleveland Jacks Casino. Okay. I'm going to an event in Virginia in next month. And my husband booked the hotel. And I was like, what's the name of that hotel? And then I was like, let me see if it's a casino near that hotel, because we'll be done with this situation about 9 o'clock. He was like, I can't believe you. I said, yo, it is casino literally like 4 minutes from where we're going to be. You knew I'm going. He's like, I'm not going. I was like, I'll Uber there. You ain't saying nothing. I do. I post. I got on the gambling channel. I posted over there. Hard Rock Casino in Tampa. I know. I want to go there, but I'm scared of Peach Mom. If Peach Mom see me in Hard Rock in Tampa, she gonna beat me like she beat them 2 studs up that year. I go to Hard Rock in Atlantic City. There's a Hard Rock in Atlantic City. That's the one. That's my spot. Girl, yeah, I'm scared of Peach Mom. Did you see her beat them 2 studs up? And I got asthma. She'll toss my little big ass all over that casino. Y'all never see me on there getting wrecked. Bow, bow. I ain't gonna be no easy win, but she definitely gonna beat my ass. She really be there. I live 5 minutes away. Never knew she was till this year, but I used to see that hair all the time. Oh, get a picture. Yeah, she be there every week. Peach used to be there every week too. No, we need a picture of Wood, because Wood go there too. I think is that the only casino in the area? Because that's where they go all the time. I seen all them down Florida, but I don't know the internet all like that. They don't have any casinos near Orlando. I know that for a fact because I was there a couple of years ago. I mean, I went there before and I got on the boat. I love that that boat is so fun. It's casino boat and bingo. They do casino and bingo on this boat. Hollywood Casino is the closest one, and it's like, I've been to Hollywood. The Hollywood Casino, you mean in PA? It also has they run horses out there too, right? Yeah, I've been out there. I don't been to damn near all of them. Every Jersey, I don't been to mostly all. In Florida, did I go to that one in Florida? Well, I feel like I know that one. No. But you know what? I think it's a Hollywood in Maryland. Is there a Hollywood in Maryland? I guess they just love Hard Rock because that's the one they always go to. From the Meadows Hollywood Casino in PA. With the races. Yeah, I've been to that one. Washington, PA. Okay, yeah. I've been to that one. That was like probably the first casino I saw that had like juice on the side. Like y'all got like juice cut. Like you can get juice and soda. Was that one? But Hard Rock is my spot. I'm a Jersey girl, so I grew up, like near Atlantic City, going to all the casinos since I was a teenager, sneaking in the casinos. So Hard Rock, resorts, all that. I go to Vegas all the time, but never go to the casinos. Well, what you do there? Because I often ask people, what you do? I was in Vegas, last year for the very first time. But I wasn't with gamblers. I really wasn't with gamblers. So they really wasn't interested in going. They was and one day they all left and was like, "Oh, we going to LA." And I was like, "Goodbye." And they all went to LA and I just was like running around Vegas by myself half the time and then like with somebody else. But I was like, what are y'all doing? Like, why do y'all come to Vegas if you're not gambling? You go to the shows? Oh, okay. When I lived in so good, or Rock and Tampa was 5 minutes away. Okay. I can get rooms in Tampa. I almost did that. Like my friend was like, I want to go away and go to a casino, but let's go somewhere a little further out, somewhere else. And so I was like, well, I can book, I can get comps in any Hard Rock. Let's go to Tampa. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. You don't like you can't fight. I gotta go with somebody because there's a woman there by the name of Rasta Queen, and she might whoop my ass. I'm gonna need to go with somebody who got some hands, and you ain't it. Girl, I wouldn't eat that seafood salad. Tracy fucked me up when she put, I don't like nobody to mess up oxtails. Oxtails cost too much money. Who was just in here talking about oxtails? When she put oxtails in that seafood salad, I knew she was on some bullshit. One time my son bought me an oxtail sub. I was so irritated. I said, who wasted good oxtail meat to make this sandwich? This is nasty as hell. You can't make food that I eat weird shit. Like today I had kibasi chopped up, fried with some onions and white rice. That shit is dumb. I wouldn't try to sell that shit. That's some dumb shit I like to eat. Like, you put oxtail meat in cold salad? That's stupid. Nobody's gonna eat that. You're wasting good oxtail meat. And now they dragging her on Facebook. Ain't nobody eating that no more. She might as well, that's a wrap. She might as well go on back to selling booger sugar because she ain't making no money off that shit no more. That's a done deal. Tampa said they ain't fucking with it. They said then people was over there like buying it and woo! It's Melissa. They said they not eating that. They said they're not eating it. I like stupid shit like that. So I probably would eat. I would probably eat it. I probably would eat it. I meant to ask, when was we discussing mucus? Do you think Josiah should take that DNA test? I say nope. He can't do itch for a baby anyway. That's not Josiah's baby. Maybe not. Maybe it is. Josiah's been on so many drugs and mental medications. A lot of times that make you like infertile. He probably can't make a baby if he tried. That girl was giving it up and spreading it wide to anybody under the bridge, next to the bridge, on the side of the bridge, on Peach Street, next to Peach Street, under Peach Street, in Marcus' van. I always say it's a van. It could be not. I wouldn't do nothing to give Marcus any views if I was him. Fuck Marcus and who he think the baby daddy is. Try to make sure that T's baby is actually your baby. Okay? Worry about that baby. And we want some seafood and light, refreshing food. Okay? God bless her, because everybody needs to make a hustle, child. Everybody needs side money, a little extra money, a little something of this, a little something of that. But Tracy just needs to get off the internet before she done lost her job. Because the internet is coming after her job. Tracy, they coming after your job. I'm telling you now, they coming after your job. These people is about to start calling the county like crazy and the city, and they coming after your shit. I'm telling you, get the fuck off the internet or just come on the internet, cook, clean obsessively, and that's it. And read the word of God. Because fighting with these women on the internet ain't gonna do nothing but make you lose what you work for. Leave it alone, Tracy. I'm trying to tell you. Leave the shit alone. It's not worth it. I don't fight with none of these content creators or nobody else on this internet because don't nobody give a fuck if you lose everything you work for to be in a fight with somebody that you can't even put your hands around their neck. Like, I'm not doing it. I don't fight with nobody who got less subscribers than me. That's first of all. You got to have over 24,500. And then maybe I'll indulge with you. But other than that, I'm not fighting with you. For what? How you gonna help me grow? Nah. All right, y'all, I gotta go to bed. They don't know who the baby is, but for some reason, so determined to put the responsibility on Josias. Josias ain't got shit for him. Josias is on disability. They can't even get child support from him. He get SSI and SSD. So you can't even go after him for child support. He's just state. Look at my glasses, y'all. Look at my glasses. You can't even go after him for child support. Yiliana, or whatever the hell your name is. Your silly ass. Ain't you pregnant again? Do I have any plans for the summer? I need to find a job. I need to find me a little job. I say that every summer, but I do. I'm gonna find a little job this summer. I'm gonna do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do this summer. Maybe I'll write an ebook. I ain't got no real plans. I don't have no trips planned. I usually like to get a little cruise or something in. But the way your president got me scared, child. I don't know what. I ain't traveling nowhere. I don't want to leave the country because I ain't trying to get stuck nowhere. I don't want to leave the country. Y'all got no. I don't have no plans. They dragged Josiah's girlfriend too, since she has him traveling all over and she's stopping him from taking the test. Girl, Marcus will do anything for a storyline. Marcus, you take the test. Shit, you fucking everything on Peachtree. It might be your damn baby. Don't got nothing to give the baby. So why y'all pressing him and bothering him about it? Try, please. Marcus don't give a shit about none of them people. My passport is 10 years old, child. I got the smart ID. I'm too old to have never left the country. Girl, you got to leave this country, honey. You got to get out this country. I'll be mad when I go out of the country and they won't stamp my passport. I'm like, stamp my shit. Who got the stamper? I'm like, who got the stamper? I'm not going nowhere right now. I ain't trying to be stuck nowhere. Nope. Not out the country. No way. Anywho, y'all, I'm going to bed now. I'm going to bed now. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. You know we are doing, what we doing, y'all? 30 days live streaming. Woo! Thank y'all. The likes is matching the people in. And thank you. Y'all been hitting the like button. I love the Bahamas. The Bahamas is my spot. I never have either. I'll be going to the. I want to go back to the Bahamas because I want to go back to Bar Mar. It's a new resort in Nassau. It's so beautiful, and I want to stay there. I was there on a cruise, but I was only there for a couple hours. And again, I was with non-gamblers, so they didn't really want to be sticking around there. But I told my husband I want to fly right into the Bahamas, into Nassau and stay. But yes, we will talk tomorrow. I don't know what the subject is going to be tomorrow. I don't know what time I'm coming on. I have no clue because I really do need grading. I need to grade. If any of my students are in here, I'm going to grade your shit. Leave me alone. Y'all, I'm sleepy. All right, good night. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for engaging. Thank you. Dr. Woman at Pow Pow Rihanna's house. Yes, we talked about it the other day, and I did a video, so go check out the video. I talked about the lady. She's paranoid schizophrenic. I talked about schizophrenia and what her disorder is and all of that. I did a video, and it's in a live. So thank you all. Y'all kept me on here. Look, y'all, thank you. I did 2 hours. Yay me. All right, and yay y'all. Thank you. Bye.